Nora was just 7 years old when a car crash cut her young life short. But her parents, Drs. Osama and Lillian Gaber, wanted her legacy to live on. They donated her organs to save other children. Then,
in her memory and really in her honor, they developed Nora's Gift Foundation, which is our foundation. And Nora's home came shortly after.
This is my home away from home.
Since Nora's home opened in 2013, it's offered a place for organ transplant patients and their families to stay. Patients like Bobby Channell, who was told in 2003,
You need to get your affairs in order. You have 3 months, maybe 6 months to live.
Bobby refused to give up the fight, consulting with new doctors. Over the years, they installed a defibrillator, a pacemaker, and other devices to keep his heart pumping.
Until January the 13th when I finally got my heart.
In the months before and since his transplant, Bobby stayed at Nora's home.
My family was there with me through the whole thing in faith.
Not just the spiritual kind.
I feel like Nora's home saved my life.
Faith Crouch was born with cystic fibrosis.
When you're diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, you pretty much just assume that you're going to have a transplant.
After 6 years of being added to and dropped from 3 different transplant lists, Faith got new lungs in January 2021.
I ended up coming here, moving in, and we lived across the hall from each other.
The first time I saw Faith, I went and told my mother. She's my caretaker, and I said, there's this girl here, and she's really cute.
The couple didn't start dating immediately. Actually, that's a fairly recent development that they're navigating as Bobby recovers here.
We definitely want to be together.
Yep. It gets really hard to not be together now.
I think Faith and Bobby's story is just one inspiring example. It's truly a love story.
And it's an example of the relationships nurtured by the staff and volunteers of Nora's home.
They really make the home a home.
More than 1,400 families have stayed here during their transplant journey, some decorating a tile for the halls of Nora's home. Some thank God, some honor their donor, some are an illustration of the bridges crossed.
I think the real gift that Nora's home provides is that sense of community that you can only see and understand once you're inside our walls.
A place with a whole lot of heart and faith.
Nora's home kind of helped my soul heal while I was staying here.
Reporting in Houston, Brandy Smith.
I'm just blessed to be here.
KHOU 11 News.